Shit's so pretty, man.
All right, I am headed to this interview to be a city bus driver. A few reasons why I'm interviewing for this job and why I want this job. I started researching truck driving, and of course, CDL A is the most popular professional driving license you can have, be it that because it's the higher one. CDL A, CDL B is the lower tier. They have several classes: CDL A, B, C, D, E. You know, but CDL A is the highest tier, and if you have a CDL A license, you don't need a CDL B license to get a job that requires a CDL B. So I'm trying to stay local. I don't want to go over the road, so I'm just like, I want to get the CDL B. But now with the CDL B, I don't want to pay for it out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? With the CDL A, they have companies sponsor your CDL A. Then you have to sign a contract and you have to work for them for like a year or two to pay off your tuition. To get a CDL A license could be anywhere between $7,000 to $13,000. You know what I mean? To get that license, professional license. But the thing with the CDL B is a lot of jobs sponsor your CDL B without the contract. I know they have school bus drivers, which I'm not interested in being a school bus driver. They have Greyhound, which I was kind of trying to get into Greyhound, but the local one that was hiring, they don't accept your CDL B permit. I have my CDL B permit. You have to already have your CDL B with your endorsements, your passenger endorsement, to drive the Greyhound where I'm at now, which is Jacksonville. And Orlando, which is 2 hours away from me, they accept your CDL B permit, but it's 2 hours away. So I was gonna thug it out and try to drive down there, but I ended up getting a call from the city bus driver for JTA. So that's where we headed. And JTA, it's 10 weeks training. They sponsor your CDL B, so I don't have to pay out of pocket for the actual CDL B license. So if you're looking for your CDL B license to be sponsored or your CDL A, I would say the best thing is to go on with the company, unless you have that money. You know, you want to pay out of pocket. You don't want to be locked in to a company, because you know it is a little hustle. They try to get you to be locked in with these companies because these companies may not pay the best. But you're starting out as trucking, you need to get your experience, and experience is key. So we on our way to this interview. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know how this thing went. You know, hopefully I get this job and I can, you know, get this CDL B career, you know, popping. Let's go. Let's start this thing. All right, we made it here. Got a nice little mural out here. Overcast day. This is the building I'm going into. Get this interview knocked out.
What that was? Huh? So what it is when you put your foot halfway on there, brakes is releasing with the line, and you got caught. Okay. So you're banging your brakes down to release that air. Alright, this right here, engine test, y'all don't ever have to worry about this. This is the mechanic stuff. When you hit your ramp, turn that power on one more time. See your ramp. That's how you also know. So you have an indicator here that the bubble lights up orange or whatever. Then look here. You know you're good to go. Put it on the brakes. Put the park brake down. Take off. All the way down. Hard. Yeah, we're just going to take a couple of days. Hit it. Alright, good. Neutral.
Keep up on the brake, right?
Oh yeah, you got it. Drop. Get that deep.
Okay. Oh, you press the brake. You press it.
See how it's flashing?
Yeah.
So No, when it flashes like that, that means it's out of gear. The transmission haven't connected.
Okay.
Bus not gonna move at all. Try neutral again. Try reverse. Is it flashing? It's out of gear.
So what she do to get it back in gear?
Put it neutral. Put on the brakes.
Okay.
Alright, good. Now, tuggers. Get this one first. Push it up. Fill it. Push it down. Go to the next one.
Like right here.
That's your air in your seats. It goes from your back, the middle, just like your car, and it goes to your thigh.
Okay.
So if y'all the ones that get uncomfortable, put some air in that seat for you. Remember, y'all gotta drive. Y'all gonna be driving 8, 10.
So you saying air like actually coming up the seat?
This right here, come on back. That right there, you can hit. Move on. Up. Now the next one, you want that seat to go up and down. Like that one. Oh, yeah, you like that? I drive. But this
Is it
right
better
here,
that
you just
way?
should hold it, huh?
For tall people, is it better that way? That's what I was thinking. They keep putting their seat up.
I like mine now. I don't like sitting on it.
You're not sure. She playing with him.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet, and you door.
Sorry, he gotta get over
You
here.
good, you good. Stay right there. You ready? This is your door. Everything is gonna maneuver right here.
Right.
Yep. So, this, you see the fat part? Bring it to the right there to your leg. What's it doing? You're doing nothing. Open it up. All right. What you see lit up? See anything lit up right here? All right. So you already know Neil is gonna be good. That's what you want the bus near. Cut that ramp off. So tap it. Now again to the right. Just came on twice, right? I mean, you didn't cut it back off, but everything is on. See them lights on right there? It's on, but you didn't cut the bus off. If you cut all the way to the right. Now, click it one to the left.
Comfortable? You did?
Feel it? Hit that.
I like sitting high when I drive.
It's perfect.
This is how you start the bus up. Whatever you do, you don't want to keep the bus in day run. It will start, it will operate, it will go. But all your lights is going to be off. You don't want that. You want on full. In the daytime. Even at nighttime. Keep it on full. Alright? All this right here, this is where you started. This is your fast idle. For her starting this bus up, but she didn't reset the fast idle, about 10 minutes, this bus will shut off by itself. So you reset it. You cut it off, cut it back on. Got it kicking in? Anytime you sit your bus down 10 minutes or longer, reset your fast idle. Y'all get used to these 4 ways. These are your 4 ways, off and on, just self-explanatory, off and on. Interior lamps, 15, gotcha. Awesome. How you can tell that? Look straight up. That's your indicator. Big brother, do me a favor. See that little bubble button right there? Hold it. Go to the right there. Hold it. In the morning, you hold that. That lets you know everything that's going on for its lighting. See it?
Yeah, I saw you.
That lets you know everything that's up there.
Tell me you don't want to see.
Yeah, let it go. What we do in the morning time. What I do in the morning time, my pre-trip. You see it? That's the master switch to your battery connector right here. We don't touch it. But our bro right there touch it. He touch it. These panels go up. This whole steering section right here. All that stuff up in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all don't get these, but y'all have it on test day.
What is that?
Your keys to unlock the panels.
It's key to my heart.
Okay. Hey,
All right, I'm on my lunch break. We are inside one of the buses that we'll be testing our CDL B on. They said we can come in here when we're on our lunch break or any break. So this is the bus. Now they have where you can tap your phone to, your ticket for the bus can be on your phone, and they have the old school way where you put the change in. I forgot how he said you open this because I'm trying to actually sit in the seat. You got your brake, got your controls. This right here is your pre-trip inspection sheet. These are all the things that you check inside, outside.
hello, I'm Darius Fitzpatrick. On behalf of more than 300 professional bus operators here at
Inside the bus.
I'd like to welcome you aboard.
This is actually one of my trainers.
We have the privilege to safely transport you to your destination. A few things to remember about
Gerald Fitzpatrick.
to make the boarding process fast and efficient.
Right.
Please have your bell ready when you board the bus.
Back.
JTA offers several ways to pay, including our all-new.
So yeah, let's see if we can get in this seat.
Right on your and efficient.
All right, I got in the seat. These are all the buttons that you'll see. Those are your gauges. You got your heater defrost, ventilation heat, your defrost, your fan. Got your odometer, this is your fuel level. This is your oil. This is, I'm not sure, your air pressure. And this is, I'm not sure, because I'm still new. Actually, your air pressure is up here. I'm wilding, I'm bugging. Air pressure is up there. This is how you turn the engine on, engine off. Over here, everything is labeled, so this is the door air. Yeah, idling, fast idling. On the floor, these are your left indicator, your right indicator, and these are your hazards. Down here, you got your accelerator, brake.
Don't switch gears. Got the gears in the rear and in the front. This place is on there. Hey, do these buses have cruise control? No. Oh, it's not like Greyhound. Greyhound got cruise control.
Cruise control. Do we have cruise control?
Let's start with the suspension. Watch your step. I mean, don't keep looking. Watch your where you're going. You have fluid going on the ground. You don't want anything happen. We're gonna start with the
Yeah.
suspension, right? What are the components we have on the suspension? Airbag, airbag mount, shock absorber. Okay, and then let's go.
In the back, right?
But same thing. This is your airbag. We see it? This is your airbag mount. The airbag mount. This is your airbag. It's not dry water. It's not cut. It's not leaking. is a properly mounted and secure. This is your airbag mount. Your airbag mount is secure to the frame at the top and the axle at the bottom. You have to say that to the examiner, right? This is your airbag mount shock absorber.
Let me done. Send it.
Kevin
Okay.
is our videographer.
Yeah, I got.
I thought you have this picture already.
I do. I got. I'm gonna update the PowerPoint.
Yeah. Oh, you need airbag mount shock absorber. We good. Okay, let's go now. This is your brake drum. This is your brake drum right here, right? This is your brake drum. And that's why we say your brake drum should be free of debris like oil and grease. If you have grease right here, it won't stop. 4BS, brake drum. This is your brake lining. It should not be dangerously worn or tamed. Your brake lining, right? 4BS, let's give you 2. One more. Brake chamber. And so this is the brake chamber right here. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This is the brake chamber right here. Okay. This is the brake chamber. No loose or missing clamp. This will not. It's not leaking. This look like this is look at it leak. I cannot see. No, it's not leaking. You see that's it. Okay. This is 4BS. Brake drum. Brake hoses. This is the hoses right here. The hose is right here. It's not leaking. I put brake hose, brake chamber, brake drum, brake lining, slack adjuster and push rod for the S, right? This is your slack adjuster and push rod right here. When the brake is released, it should not move no more than 1 inch plate. We got it?
Yep.
That's for the brake system. Let's go with the that's where I'm going. Let's go with the steering. The steering system, right? This is your when you see on the book that the steering linkage. This is your steering linkage, right? This is your tie rod right here. All your steering linkage right here. This is your steering linkage right here. This is your steering linkage. The arm, the steering arm, the rod, that's the tie rod. That's part of your steering linkage. There's sometimes the steering linkage is properly mounted and secure by nuts and bolt, pin and quarter keys. Right? This is what I call the caster nut right here. This part you find it on everywhere on the steering linkage.
This called what again?
They call pin, the quarter keys.
Okay.
But I call some place, some book they might be said the caster nut because it look like a crown.
Okay.
Right? Crown nut, yeah. But with nuts and bolts, pin and quarter keys, you make it easy. Okay? Let me do. Don't feel it. The steering, right?
Alright.
Let's keep on going. The steering. This one right here. This is the gearbox. The gearbox, right? But it has in there fluid, right? This is where the gearbox. Remember? You got fluid in here. Oh, what more fluid? This is the hoses. It come all the way to the back. I will show you where it's coming from.
Second one, that door on the back side.
Yeah, I will show you too. This is the gearbox right here, right? This is the hoses for the gearbox. Small airbag right here. My airbag is secure to the frame at the top and to the axle at the bottom at each point. You see the airbag? And this is your shock absorber right here. It's not damaged and leaking, properly mounted and secure. This is your shock absorber. Keep it with light on it, you can take picture. And we go, this is your brake drum. That's your brake drum right here. Should be free of debris, oil and grease. Oh, that's a roach. Golly. I thought it was a snake. Man, I don't expect any watches on this side, folks. It don't make no sense to see a watches right here because it's dark. This is your brake lining, right? I thought it was a little snake. That's your brake lining, okay? And this is your brake chamber. For your brake chamber, you said no loose or missing clamp. This is the clamps I'm talking about, right?
Staying inside the boat.
This one that cover that go around the brake chamber.
Okay.
This is the hoses, right?
Yeah.
All right. Right now you go in right here. Let's go. Check my light. That's the frame. That's the frame. The frame, right? That's the whole frame. The box and floor. That's the frame. And you go on the back. Now I'm gonna ask questions. Now I'm starting to. What is it? This one.
Airbag.
Airbag. That's the airbag mount. Okay, let's go with you. What is it? Shock absorber, right? Shock absorber, right? Airbag mount, the shock absorber. That's for the suspension. Okay, let's go back again. When we do what we just did on the classroom, okay? For the suspension, let's call the suspension parts.
Suspension. Hold on.
Call them for me. Front and rear. Airbag. Airbag. It's right here.
Airbag mount.
Let's call it for me.
Airbag mount, shock absorber.
Front and rear, okay? And repeat again. For the front, airbag mount, shock absorber. There's one part you have to add
Slack
on
adjuster.
the rear. That's the top rod right here. That means this is right here.
Torque rod.
This is the tension bar or top rod. This is right here.
Okay.
Right, now come to see it right here. The only part that's different from the rear, this is this one right here. You have to call for the picture inspection.
Torque rod.
Okay? Check this out, right? Check this out. You have right here, what do we have right here? Airbag, right here. Airbag mount. Right here. Shock absorber. Come in this way. Right here.
Another airbag.
Airbag mount.
Shock absorber.
You see how many you have on the rear? For each tire you have two shock absorber. On the front you only have one. The airbag on the front is small. Those on the rear are really big. Yeah, that's true. And you have the engine on that. What is it?
It's just wires.
Oh no, those are why I don't know what it is. I feel what it is, but I don't know.
Is that an air compressor on the back?
The air system. The air system. That's the air system. It's a part of governor right here. That's not a part of the test, but that's a part of the air system. Those little things.
So that's what cuts out. That's the governor cutout.
Yeah. Right now we keep on going, okay? We still big. But let's go to front. Let's go right here. Go back again. Tell me what it is. This one. We talk about the new front.
This is the brake drum, correct? No.
That's the brake chamber. It's
chamber.
bigger on the rear.
Okay.
The brake chamber. What you see around the brake chamber?
Clamps, nuts and bolts.
No loose or missing clamps. This is what the clamps right here.
We would identify as couplings or
No. This is the couplings right here. Okay. This is the brake chamber. This is the clamps. That's why you cannot. You think this little thing can secure this big? No. This is why you secure by nuts and bolts, not by the clamps. That's why you cannot say properly mounted and secure by clamps. You can say no loose or missing clamps and secure. Okay, this is your slack adjuster and push rod. That's why we're gonna say to examiner when the brake is released and pushed by hand, it should not move no more than 1 inch plane. This is right here. Slack adjuster and push rod. We see it? Okay. On the brake system, right? We remember the 4BS on the brake system, right? The brake drum, brake lining, brake hose. This is the hoses right here. This is what we're talking about, the couplings. Properly mounted and secure by couplings, right? The brake hoses. Not leaking, it's not caught, it's not damaged, it's properly mounted and secured. All right. Remember, we talk about the undercarriage, under this vehicle, right? You have to pick up two parts. There's one we're gonna have to talk about it. Right here. That's a drive shaft, right? Anything between can cause breakdown, right? It should be free of debris or foreign object. That's a drive shaft. This is your drive shaft right here. We okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. This, you won't be able to see. Let's start this one. This is your icing reservoir right here. You're gonna have to call your side glass and your dipstick. This black hose take you to your power stand pump. Yes, that's your power stand reservoir right here. This the power stand hose take you to your power stand pump. Have you seen any bell on this thing? Have you seen bell on it? No bell.
No,
That's
gear
what we
driven.
call it. Gear driven. This is your power stand pump. Okay, this is your power stand reservoir. This is your power stand pump. Okay, this is the pump. You won't be able to see. You're gonna have to point it to the examiner. You won't be able to see this one right here. That's the first and last day you can see it.
Okay.
Unless you do flat under this bus to show it too. You don't need it. You just point with your finger.
Okay.
You can say, hey, this black hose take me to my power stand pump.
Okay.
And you thought it's gear driven. That's why I say it's not damaged and leaking and gear driven. Right? Gear driven. Let me show you one thing before we leave.
We're gonna have to put subtitles on the
When we couldn't see it on the PowerPoint, this is the exhaust pipe right here. It's covered by mesh wire. It's not leaking, right? Properly mounted and secure by clamps. Do you have any questions, folks?
All right, we are in second week of training. This is the second day. This is currently Tuesday. No, I'm bugging. The third day. This is technically Wednesday. Wednesday, August 23rd. Now, mind you, that first footage y'all saw, that was June 11th. So I had to wait a 2-month gap to actually start the job, but that's a whole nother story I can tell a whole nother time. But anywho, the first week was basically prep for your CDL B permit, and then the DMV came to us and we took our CDL B permit at the facility at my job, which I didn't even have to take because I had got my CDL B permit before I even interviewed for the job, because I was going to try to get this license one way or another. And when I researched, you know what I mean, like, you had to have a permit. So I had went ahead and got my permit. So this first week that we did, I pretty much coasted. I mean, I did participate in the class. I went, of course, I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to get paid? I went, but I really didn't have to pay a whole bunch of attention, even though I did, because, you know, I already had my permit. So now this second week, we're actually going to get into the application of driving the city buses, going over the test for our actual practical for the CDL B license. So that would be the air brakes test, service brake, the parking brake, the air leak test, you know, the vehicle inspection, you know what I'm saying? You know, everything properly mounted and secured, you know, nothing cracked, bent, or broken. For all my truckers, you know, mostly CDLA truckers, because most people go for CDLA. You know this verbiage. This is the verbiage that you need when you're talking to the examiner, when you're trying to get your actual license, when you're trying to go from permit to license. So that's what we're focusing on this week. It's been a good week so far. We actually only have a 4-day week, but we are still getting 40 hours because we're supposed to be doing 4 10-hour days, but they've been letting us off early. So shout out to them. And we still getting, you know, the 10 hours because they have a graduation on Friday with the last class that just trained and got out. So I mean, the way it's looking like right now, they say I should test out around September 11th. No, I'm bugging. Around November 11th. I'm bugging again. I'm sorry, because our class is so big. we got 28 people in our class. So 14 of us is going to test out September 11th, and the other 14 is going to test out in October. I am in the other 14 that's going to test out in October. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You know what I mean? Only God knows, because I would like to personally get it over quicker. But this whole process, I wanted to get over quicker. I wanted to start the job the next week, but I had to wait 2 months. So, you know, everything is by God's design. I've been watching videos. I've been doing my own research before I even started this job. So now I'm just, you know, still cramming and getting everything in my head, the verbiage. And from what I'm gathering with your actual vehicle inspection with the state examiner to acquire your official license, not the permit, the most important thing when you're doing your pre-trip inspection for CDL B, not CDL A, CDL B, is really your air brakes test. I know CDL A may do some sort of air brake test, but for CDL B, if you do your in-cab inspection and you're outside and you walk around, you know what I mean, if you mess up on some stuff there, it won't be, you know, too bad. But if you do anything wrong within your air brakes test, it's an automatic fail. So you can get everything else correct down to the T, but if you do not complete your air brake test properly, it's an automatic fail, and you don't even get to go to the basic skills and the road test. You don't even get to proceed. But we got some great trainers at this job. Shout out to them. Everybody is tenured. They've been working, you know, 20 plus years, some of them 30 years at the same company. And I'm excited, man. I'm ecstatic. I'm giving it my all. I'm going to document as much as I can, because technically I can't videotape inside of the facility. So all of the footage that I'm showing is in a public area. You know what I mean? So, because they have a media team. So if they search, you know, bus, you know what I mean, whatever, bus operator, and see this on YouTube, I want to, you know, CYA, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cover your, you know what I'm saying? So everything's going good, man. I'm loving it so far. You know, like I said before, or if I didn't mention, I don't even remember, because I am very tired. The training schedule is 7 in the morning till 5, but I normally have to wake up 5:30 a.m. because I have to get dressed. And where the facility is, it's close to me, but I have to take the highway. So I have to leave early just in case, you know, traffic, you know, which the highway that I take is extremely busy. So I want to make sure I get there. I normally get there at 6:30. So I wake up at 5:30, do my thing, take my shower, brush my teeth, you know what I mean? Shout out to the wife. She already had dinner, well, my lunch prepared for me. So I just got to pack that and we out. So this is the second week. Everything's good on the up and up. I'm going to study, keep these things memorized in my head, properly mounted and secured, PMS, not bent, cracked, or broken, BCC, you know what I'm saying? Like, another one they gave us was ABC, no abrasions, bubbles, or cuts, you know what I mean? And it's a very extensive pre-trip. We have to know parts of the brake system. We have to know parts of the engine. We have to know parts of the rear axle. We have to know parts of the steering wheel system. So it's a lot of information, but the good thing is once we pass this test for my actual job, I won't have to do any of this. It's a very, very loose pre-trip once I actually get my CDL B license. So it's just getting over this hump. So y'all know how we in this thing, man. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you didn't make it this far, thanks for not watching. Y'all stay blessed. Peace. Oh, peace.